Livery.
Whew.
That's what it means, right?
The livery?
Yeah, the livery.
I don't know what a livery is.
I don't think it's a thing.
Oh, okay.
Are you making something up?
You're making things up again, Jeffrey.
Is that Book of Mormon?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You're bending the truth and then adding fiction.
We made the Witches Road song, but it's cats.
Meow,
only, so
meow,
just
meow, meow,
Meow,
meow.
meow.
I won't lie. By the end of it, Ken was a little tired of that song, and I was like,
Yeah.
he's like, I thought this was going to be a musical, not one song sang 60 times. I was
Right.
like, I know, babe, I know.
Yeah, that was
So
a
then
little weird.
I'm in the other room, and I hear meow, 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 and I was like, see, it gets in your blood. What are you gonna do? It's like, it's fine when it's cats.
It's
Fine when it's cats.
It's really good. Ready? Okay. What did I do with my Celsius? All right. We're going to talk about Agatha, everybody. If you are in the live, please hit that like button. Oh, I need to... I forgot to post on the...
Oh, you should do all on this one.
Yeah, this is a post everything. A tag everybody kind of night. Facebook. Uh-oh.
There you go.
There we go.
Does it fit? I know these horns behind my things. I'm like, ooh, it's squeezing my brain.
Yeah. It's really just I'm trying to make sure that the headset doesn't like fall off.
Crap.
Yeah.
Well, I messed it all up.
I'm really ready to look into like better like ear pod ones. I'm so tired of wearing the headphones.
Oh, yeah, the over
Ow.
ears.
Some like real monitors.
Yeah, just like even if it has a string.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm
I
gonna
can't
chat.
really see my horns.
We are
'Cause
live.
everything I have is black.
It's all black like my heart. I was like, oh, I think I've still got. Nope, I moved that. That's at the new place. Like all of the costume pieces that I could have had on, other than this, are at the new place.
Like
So like I was like, I've got a red like fleece cape that would be perfect to look like what Billy had on at the end there.
Oh.
Like
Oh,
it
you
would
needed-
swoop
you have a
that would
over.
have
red-
been so cool.
Dish towel?
No,
Remember what Matt did?
I do remember what
Doctor
Matt did.
Strange.
No, I don't have that.
Yeah, well, today it's a sheet. I upgraded.
Yeah, it's great though. It's sheer too, so it's a
Yeah,
little
Oh
it's
my
like a
God.
nice shiny sheet here.
Is that the Miracle Brand cheese?
Oh shit. Is it cooling? Do you
that
feel
was-
very cool?
I feel refreshed and cool.
Do
Go to
you feel
miraclemade.com
cleaner?
/MC.
Just roll around in this. You don't have to take a shower.
All right, guys. Let's get started.
Oh, that's
let's get
funny.
started. We're gonna leave. For those of you joining us for the first time, we are gonna leave this up this time as our main episode instead of the edit. So we're gonna try to keep it snappy tonight, keep it tight. Yeah. Unless we do something terrible that we have to fix.
Yeah. make sure
I mean, if we do something terrible, we can always take it down. But
I
try.
do some things.
let's try not to do anything too terrible.
Oh, whoops.
And I was gonna say we should go fast once we got started, but I forgot to talk to you
Yes.
guys about it, so it's too late.
No, that's already the plan.
Yeah. I'm
My new schedule doesn't start till Tuesday.
Oof. Okay. I'm loading up my Audacity equivalent, and I'm about ready to start. Oh man! So everybody like the finale? Woo!
Woo!
Oof. Yeah.
Welcome,
oof, my
first-timers.
dude. I did too.
Hello, Michael Melvin. I love first timers.
Yeah.
Love a good first timer.
Nothing like your first time. All right.
You always remember your first?
That's what they say.
They say that. I
It's
don't know
been
if
so
that's
long. No.
gonna be the. I've slept since then, so
Yeah.
Okay. Are you guys ready to go?
I'm ready.
Hitting
sure.
record on Zencaster. Hitting record on Audacity
check.
equivalent.
Good waves.
Oh no. It totally
Uh-oh.
screwed up the freaking Zencaster. Give me a second. It won't take long to fix. Bloop. Mostly did it.
Aaron Nicole said that their coven flaked on them today for their watch party. So
Oh no.
this means the most.
Oh,
Aw.
that's really sweet.
Would've
Yeah,
just killed them all.
I really.
Bring me all of your cornflakes. I don't know.
All right. Yeah, that's really sweet. Okay, I'm recording everywhere. I got everything lined
Still
up.
recording.
We gotta go.
Down,
All right, cool. Here we
down.
go for it,
down
Jeff.
the
Bring us
road.
into that
It's
finale
not
of
cats.
Agatha.
I don't want to hear it.
Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Oh shit. Okay, sorry. I'm stalling for time so I can grab these episode names. Here we are. Today on the Marvel Cinematic Universe podcast, we are discussing Agatha season 1, episodes 8 and 9, the finale pair, as it were. Follow me, my friend, to glory at the end, and Maiden Mother Crone. Oh, that and more right after this.
Is your ring light on, or do you have it, Jeff?
Yeah, I have it. It's on.
Okay.
You want some more? You want me to?
Maybe.
You're gonna-
Put it right under your face
you're
the
kinda
whole time,
dark.
like spooky.
Yeah,
ooky
not
dooky.
that
I'm gonna get
much.
spooky.
Not yeah.
Get spooky with it.
Ooh.
Ugh, God, that's awful.
But no, it's fine. I just couldn't tell. It looked kind of flat, but I think it's fine. Here we go.
Face looks kind of flat.
Oh yeah, it is.
Ow. Oh no, the flatness is the top of my hat.
Oh. Okay. Here we go. Welcome to the Marvel Cinematic Universe podcast. My name's Matthew Carroll.
And I'm Jeff Randall.
And I'm Ashley Coffin.
Oh man, guys, we have seen the finale to Agatha, both episodes. It is late.
We have seen things.
We have seen things, so we're going to dive right in to discussing it. Yeah, there were big surprises. There were big not so surprises in this episode. What did you guys think of the finale?
Sometimes boys die.
Oh, that was rough, man. That was rough.
Yep.
It was rough.
I knew
all
that
around.
Ashley would be in love with the idea of children dying.
Yeah, I was
just
just like,
randomly.
don't be ageist. Everybody dies.
Yeah.
But very Paul Hoppy of me.
It's not just young boys. Like everyone dies.
Yeah,
Like,
every-
I mean, I love. Okay. So episode 8 to me felt like a finale episode. I was like,
100%. I was like, where? do we
how
go
is this
from here?
episode 8? Like, where are they gonna go?
Yeah,
And
even
then-
the ending when you hear her voice cackle and it cuts to black, I was like, that could be a season finale with like a
Yeah.
that could be a stinger for next season. I was like, what are we doing next episode? Everything is resolved.
I was like, we're getting
Yeah.
rewarded with the story that we've been looking to. That's one thing I really liked about this show in particular. Everything we kind of wanted to know got answered, and the pacing was really well. And then they did an
Yep.
extra episode to give us some more answers.
Yeah.
Right. More answers and just more emotional impact, and like holding back the information about the Witch's Road and where it came from and everything, and the ballad, and the fact that it was just all a trick. She's like, that was the trick.
Yep.
That
See
Wasn't
you at
very
the
tricky.
end.
We sniffed that out like truffle pigs.
we
Yeah.
did. But we didn't. See, that's the thing. We didn't. We conceived of the idea that like
We had thought about Billy doing it
Yeah,
all.
we said pretty early. I said
Well, no.
it was Billy.
Yeah.
no, that's what I'm saying. We thought it was Billy, and we thought that Agatha might have never actually gone on the road, but we did not know anything about her inventing it with her son and it being like the entire Witch's Road was all her con, basically. The
entire
time.
concept of the Witch's Road
So
was just
smart.
the longest con.
Yeah, it's a really great last twist to this season. And on top of that, it makes her connection with Billy and this, like her son, her like dead son from 200 years ago, like invented this idea of the Witch's Road and wrote this song. It was birthed of their creativity, and then she, over the course of 2 centuries, twisted it into this dark con she was pulling, and then
Yep.
she met this boy who made it real. It was like the realization of this creativity of her young child. And that's why like all these like looks, I'm getting chills, all these looks that like you see her give Billy throughout the entire thing, and all the looks she's giving to the road, and when she says, I didn't think you had it in you, and when she says all these things, that's her like connecting with this new person who is manifesting the creativity of her child that she never thought she'd get to like see the results of. I don't know. It's just really fucking beautiful. Like just so freaking beautiful.
There's also the fact that like she said, I didn't think you'd have it in you. Never thought you had it in you. And it's like, it's you had it in you to create this road and allow people to die in it. Like
Yeah.
this like lethal
Yes.
place that you've
Yes.
created that killed multiple people.
Mm-hmm. And it really sets up his character for this very dark story, because like this is what happened to Wanda with Westview. He did a Westview. He pulled a full Westview. Not as many people, but like he controlled.
Well, it was a Westview that they entered
tell you.
of their own volition.
Yeah.
Poor Westview
well.
is like the grandpa at the end of the Lost Boys. Like, one thing I hate about living in Santa Carla, I never could stomach all the damn vampires. Westview is so done with the witches, and I feel so bad for them.
Yeah, when they
know?
were all standing around
They're
like,
Jesus
is it happening
Christ,
again?
Is it happening again?
yeah, I don't know, man.
I really wanted the guy to. He didn't see Rio on the rooftop, and I really wanted him to see Rio on the rooftop. Like I don't know if he didn't see her.
They heard that cackle.
Yeah.
Oh,
They,
yeah.
They heard the cackle. They saw the green light in the sky. But like, there's just something beautiful about Aubrey Plaza leaning back on that rooftop with the witch's cackle and the green light behind her. It was so great.
I think it's Aubrey Plaza is
Yo,
That yeah.
the thing that's
Yeah.
beautiful about that.
that final costume, I was like, oh,
Woo.
I know what I'm being at Dragon Con next year.
Yeah, right? Like I know what
It's
crown
already
I want to
done.
wear.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's done. I was like,
That
wow.
oh god, that epic like jagged pointed crown. Oh,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, and the
goddess of death, please take me.
the vines that make up her collar as it goes down. Like, oh, it's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the costumes just in this, like when we went through the centuries of her taking all the different witches, I was like, I am so here for every costume. And they had
Right.
like her last one was Nancy's from The Craft, and I was like,
Yeah. Oh god,
the
with the
90s.
rings down the
Yeah.
sleeve.
yes.
The rings down the sleeve on the leather jacket was so great. I was
Mhm.
like, I bet Catherine Hahn ate this scene up. Just absolutely loved this scene. Like having all these different costumes and being like, ooh, I like this one too. Like
I would have loved it.
you know, just like having a small character shift because like, oh, it's a different time period. I have to act like I'm from this different
Mhm.
time period. Ooh, and like let me put that character on.
Well, in
okay,
the 50s one,
I'm ready.
The 50s one was almost her outfit from the black and white episode of
Yeah.
WandaVision. And it was
I
just
really
that in
think
color.
it took inspiration from that
Yeah, 100%. That was
because
really
she
cool.
definitely looked like Dragatha.
Yeah.
Oh, totally like Dragatha. Dragatha looked more like Agatha than Agatha.
Oh man.
Dragatha was great.
Dragatha was this beautiful drag queen we saw at Dragon Con who had the grayscale makeup and everything. And it was so perfect.
Yep,
So cool.
it was the best
new
black and white
listeners.
Agatha I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, really cool. Okay, so we, well, I guess let's focus episode per episode. Like the first episode, like you said, great finale. We got the superhero-y stuff with Wiccan like flying in with the
Mhm.
little sigil-looking things on it. I don't know what they're called. The little symbols.
His
on
wiggly
hands.
woos.
Yeah,
His
but
blue
they're
wiggly woos, I guess.
yeah,
His blue wiggly woos.
He
His
has,
wiggly
like-
blues.
his wiggly
go.
blues. I like it. But they almost look like Doctor Strange-esque. They have like a more form
Yeah.
to them than the normal witches stuff.
Yeah, they
does.
were like more perfectly circular rather
Mhm.
than just like erratic.
Ah, I
Oh,
lost
there
my
goes the
witch's
hat.
Whoa.
I knew I would. It fit my head okay, but I forgot I had to wear headphones under it.
Yeah.
For the audio listener, I guess we forgot to mention we're kind of dressed up we're dressed up for
We're
Halloween.
slightly in costume.
Yeah, forgot to say
Slightly.
that.
That's why I
Ash-
was like, let's do costume light.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ashley looks like Ashley but with horns.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean? Like that's just
Yeah.
Ashley's letting us see her horns this evening.
yeah. It's the one day of the year she doesn't
It's
have
Devil's
to.
Night.
Yeah, one day of the year she doesn't have to hide them.
Yep. Yep.
Oh gosh. I really loved I did love his costume. I like the crown. I thought everything really popped. But I also loved the scene in the room when he realized that he Kaiser Sosate himself. It made me
Yes.
laugh so much.
Yes,
He's
it was
like,
such a usual
I
suspect
did
scene.
it.
It was
It was me.
I will say, I think that scene was. I don't think I would have minded the scene so much if we hadn't called that ending. But because we
know.
kind of knew it was coming, or at least it was a very, very, very likely possibility. I feel like the string lights were the one big giveaway. They even showed them really close up this episode. I also realized at the end, I didn't realize this until this episode, but at the end of the credits was a picture of his bedroom. Like all the areas he looked at, there were pictures in the credits. And like, so if we had wanted to, we could have frozen those and zoomed in and looked around in his actual bedroom. Like that's really bold for them to do. Like give us all the clues right in front of us. I love that.
Yeah. It was great that they went for that and, allowed us to see it, but still, like, even though we had kind of called that and like, we had it in the back of our minds, like we kind of spoiled ourselves a little bit. It still landed for me. Like it still hit. Like it wasn't like we ruined it for ourselves or they were just like, oh, it's so obvious and boring, whatever. Like
Right.
it was actually a legit good episode and a good
It feels
realization.
good to be right.
Yeah.
I was also wrong about a lot of things, which is fine.
Oh yeah. That happens when you throw the spaghetti at the wall.
With Death wanting to take Billy because he did the body jumping thing, but it was because he was like an abomination. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, because that seems like a fair trade.
Yeah, he
got a
broke the
soul.
cycle.
Yeah, but I guess she was more like what he's about to do.
No, I think she thinks he's an abomination. I don't think she knows about Tommy yet.
Well, she was like,
said,
what he's about to do.
Well,
yeah,
right.
She said, I'm not going to let him
steal
do
one
that
from
for his
me.
brother.
100%. I was just saying, like, they did it in secret when she wasn't around in that little room, and then they never tell her. So, like, I don't think she knows. So I think that means that Wicked and Tommy have a future where Death is going to be hunting them.
Oh yeah, and I hope so.
Yeah,
I want to see her
great.
so much more.
We can't fight death, but you might be able to outrun it if you're a speedster.
Ooh,
it's true. You can carry your brother just like,
Just make
Wanda
sure.
would get carried around by Pietro.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Yeah.
run away. See you later,
Zoom.
bitch.
Oh, speaking of Pietro, and the other Pietro, Ralph Boner. I really liked that when Agatha listed her powers, one of her 3 powers was she can control feeble minds.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's an unnecessary dig into Ralph Boner.
I love it though.
Me too.
I love it.
I didn't connect that when she said it. Because, like, that was in what, like 1756 or something?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, Ralph Boner was
1750,
so far away from my mind at that point, but it's so funny that
it hit
was
me
absolutely
immediately 'cause
targeting
she's-
him.
Yeah, it's like the only person we've seen her actually control their mind. Like everyone else,
Yep.
she was playing with Wanda and like in Wanda's hex, but she was controlling his mind. And what'd she say? Controlling minds, moving things with her will, and one more. The first one she said, and I'm not thinking of it off the top of my head. Ooh.
Blanking. Not. She can't create.
Don't think
food.
she said absorbing power.
She didn't.
No, she's keeping that one in the pocket.
And they still haven't explained her absorbing power, like where that came from.
There are still some questions for sure.
For sure. Which apparently she's going to be on the road with Billy, like as a ghost, looking for Tommy, which is super fun.
It's so fierce.
Yeah.
I liked that they had a lot of little things, like she said, "What fresh horrors await us," and that's like a Phantom of the Opera
Oh,
thing.
Evil Dead vines, 100%.
Even more, she got Pet Cemeteried when they sliced the back of her Achilles. I was like,
Oh.
this is great. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I really?
Oh, she said I can cast illusions. That was the other
that's
thing
it.
that she said.
That's correct.
The other thing I really liked that she used multiple of the other witches that were in her coven's like abilities in the final fight. I forget what the first one was. She does something that someone else did, and then she tries to do the moonwater incantation to heal her leg. I don't know if she actually.
Oh,
got it
she
done.
trying to do the protection thing that Alice did, which when Alice like carved into the floor of the circle and was chanting, what she was chanting was Latin for expel this evil.
Ah, yes,
Oh,
that's right.
okay.
And she's like, "Evil? You calling me evil?"
Yeah.
I'm just balanced, baby.
Yeah,
she
this
said
ain't
it so
evil,
good.
baby. This is the way of things.
Oh, speaking of Alice, I feel vindicated that we got this final scene to open the final episode because we needed a final word from her. Like
Yeah.
the
I was
Is
like, oh,
it?
she's alive. Oh, she's not alive.
she's not
Oh,
alive,
she's not. Oh, oops.
but we did get acknowledgement that was really sad the way she went out, and like this is
Yeah.
all the time I get. Like exactly what we
Ugh,
talked
if
about
I
on the
had a
podcast.
nickel.
Yeah,
Oh
exactly.
God, I just got rid of this curse.
It was perfect. It like pointed out the sadness of her death, and it like highlighted death's role in the universe, and it like it gave you just a moment to feel for her, and gave her a little bit of a what's the word? They say you're a protection witch, you died protecting your coven, and like
Yeah.
that's at least like it just gave her just enough for me not to feel terrible about it. Basically, I've been saying she was unceremoniously ended. They gave her a ceremony as the opening scene of
Right.
this episode.
Yeah, a
And
little bit
I
of a
loved it.
ceremony.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, I mean, she said I can finally do something with my life now,
Yeah.
and she's like, "Well, you did. You protected someone, and you
Yeah.
died doing it.
Yep.
So let's go."
Yep. And that's the thing is like we all live, one life, and I don't know, The Witch's Road is I've just really found the show really enlightening, like on a whatever spiritual and just like life like an allegory for life. And The Witch's Road is very narrow and very like, but having your
It's a
coven,
circle.
yeah, it's a circle. You end where you begin. Like you didn't get anywhere. Like I don't know. There's all these things about life that like it's kind of short, but you get to do the things you get to do, and having an impact on another person. Like what's better than that?
Yeah.
Lilia got to
It's like-
protect them. So did
Yeah,
Alice.
it's like Colossus said, where life
2 or
is
3
4
moments.
or 5 moments.
that's kind of it exactly. Like thank you, Jeff. You said it better than I could. Thank you. 4 or 5
Thank Colossus,
moments.
not me. 4 or 5 moments.
Yeah.
You think you wake up, hero, brush your teeth, hero, eat cereal, hero? Oh, man.
Oh, someone said it in
Agatha had one of my favorite lines in this, which I'm going to use in my daily life, which is, "If you don't know, then keep quiet." I was like,
Yeah. Oh, one of my favorite was "Don't steal her struggle" when
Don't steal her struggle.
Jen couldn't
Yes.
get out. That was so funny. Like
your last name is Kale. Everybody hates Kale.
Yeah, your last name is literally a vegetable, the worst one.
yeah, it's like sucking on a doily or whatever.
It's like swallowing a doily.
Agreed.
100%.
Oh,
man.
And she
but
was
it's
like,
a
"Pardon?"
superfood.
I loved her in this. She was so good.
Moi?
Well, and the whole Jen storyline was just amazing.
I'm a little confused. I might have
Okay.
just missed something. So she bound Jess, but how or why? Did she do that to her on
She
purpose?
did it for money.
Yeah, she did it for money.
Somebody
So someone
paid her
to bind.
to bind her.
I guess that doctor,
Yeah.
she says like the patriarchy pays well or something like that. Like so, she
Yeah,
was
they were
just
paying well.
doing a witch for hire thing back then, and someone
Well,
asked
okay.
to bind her.
Yeah, Jen was a midwife way back in the day.
Mhm.
She was invited to this conference with the newly formed OBGYN, basically, the
Mhm.
Obstetrics
They
Association.
tricked her into being bound.
So, right, they wanted her expertise, quote unquote. But the thing that she saw in the first house was a vision saying you were a very inconvenient woman. So that association wanted this midwife witch out of the way so that they could do their job. And so they paid this other witch to bind her so that she could
Seems
no
like a
longer
to-do.
use magic.
It just like back then, you would just murder her, and I hate to say it like
Right?
that, but that's what would just happen.
It was
and
the
he would not
20s.
get caught, and he
Right.
wouldn't get in trouble.
Right.
Yeah. Also, you don't have to be a witch to do midwifery. Midwifery.
Sure. But she was a witch and a midwife. So
Right.
like she probably was midwifing better than anybody's ever midwifed before.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I guess so.
they're
And
like,
after.
no, only men can deliver the babies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's basically what happens. And then we see Agatha in the next episode give birth completely without anyone to help.
Ugh.
Oof.
Ugh.
Ugh.
What
I
do you guys
cast no spell.
Yeah, what
Yeah,
did she say? I
made you
cast
I
from
uttered no
scratch.
incantation. I made you from scratch.
It's very similar to like what Wanda kind of says. There's make babies with magic, but or like the opposite, I guess.
Oh, sure. Yeah, it's the opposite of what Wanda did.
Yeah, and I love that she said Wanda's name finally instead of just your mother.
Yeah. Well, you know, he said, I have a mom, and that's not her. She's waiting
Oh,
at
good
home.
point.
Yeah.
He's like,
yeah.
your mom, Wanda.
Wanda. I just every time I hear her name, I'm like, yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
There's-
say it.
Oh,
Say
I mean,
her
when I
name.
saw that hand pop up at the end, I was like, "That better is that Wanda?" Oh, it's Jen.
Yeah,
I'm not
you were-
upset about it, but
You're
or
treating
Jess.
it like Beetlejuice.
Dude.
You're like,
Beetlejuice.
Wanda.
yeah.
That scene.
I would have been jumping around on my couch.
The scene.
Right.
The scene coming up out of the dirt was the culmination of the whole like unbinding ceremony and like her saying, you hold nothing, and then she's free and then like digs her way out of the earth. Like it's just so, that scene was like some of the best acting. Like we talked about last week how Patti LuPone deserved an Oscar or an Emmy for what she did, and like that this episode, like Jen killed it. There's just been some real killer acting and just some like meaty stuff to work with from the writers. So just
Fingers crossed
great.
we get her back.
Yeah.
I mean,
She
she
flew
wandered out
away.
of there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Westview
well-
needs to change their sign to "No witches allowed." Like,
Yeah, no witches allowed. If we see you flying, we're shooting you down.
Like that's terrible, but also practical. You know.
Yeah. It makes sense, you know.
It's like,
But-
you know, I don't want the witches to be persecuted, but also that town's been very
town's
maybe
been
you
persecuted.
just give that town a break. Just
yeah,
a break.
Right?
Let
them
just
go.
give us a break, please.
I loved the Wizard of Oz vibes when Agatha came out of the house and they were fighting. And did you guys notice when she died, her toes curled just like the Wicked Witch of the West?
Oh, I missed
Yep.
that. That's
I loved
it
wonderful.
so
I did notice that.
much.
That's great.
And all of the flowers that were on her death patch, I don't know what to call it, because like she wasn't buried. It's not her
No.
Her
grave
Death Garden.
where she
Yeah.
became a death garden. Like
Yeah.
all of those were purple.
Yeah,
Like the
it was
mushrooms were
awesome.
The
purple. It
mushrooms
was
were-
lavender. Like
I
it
tried
was
one of them mushrooms.
that
Yeah.
one of those mushrooms going to take you on a trip.
Little
You'll go
saute,
down the
little
witch's road.
steak. Yeah. Meet you there, babe.
I'll see you at the end.
Just like scratching a corner. You're like, just leave her. She's fine.
She's fine. She's going down the witch's road.
What did you guys think of the relationship we finally got to see kind of unfurl between her and Death, her and Rio?
Smooching?
She's
Well,
like, I'm breaking up
smooching.
with you. I'm done with you. I'll never forgive you for what you did.
Well,
So
I
I
I
will
kind of
hate you
understand.
forever.
And I think what's her face would have killed her, or what's her face?
Hmm.
Rio would have killed her. I believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Well,
can't. if you're
she
not
did,
with me,
right?
you're not going to be with anybody. Kind of.
Didn't she kill her? I bet she did.
She
in the end.
did.
She
Well,
she
Agatha,
chose
I feel
to
like
step
that's a
into it.
suicide. She kissed her herself, and the
Yeah.
kiss of death.
Gave her
Don't
the kiss
death.
of death.
Yeah.
Yeah. She kiss of death herself. Yeah. I thought it was interesting the way. I don't know. What do you guys think of the what Rio did to her? Like, I think Agatha is being a bit rash to call it terrible. I understand why she wouldn't be able to forgive that, but also like your child was
She
supposed
got
to die
time?
at birth. You got like,
Yeah.
all I can offer you is time, and she got
Like-
6 years with her son, which she
Yeah.
never would have
You would
known.
never
Which
have
might
gotten
be
to
harder,
meet this
though.
kid.
Right, exactly. Yeah, like no, I
Loss.
agree with you completely, Ash. Like the loss is
Yeah.
way worse having experienced those 6 years. The loss is worse, but it's that whole is it better to have
Loved and lost.
loved and
than
lost
never
than
have loved
never
at all.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know. It's
It's
tough.
hard.
Yeah.
Isn't that like it's one of those life questions?
100%.
It's-
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's kind of twofold because like she got time to know and like truly love this child, and the rough part of it, the other part of it is that she didn't know when the time was coming up.
Right.
She said to him, "I can't divine when she's coming back." and I can't protect you from what's coming.
I just kept
Like-
noticing how much darker the kid's eyeshadow was getting around his eyes, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Ooh, TikTok."
He's like,
We're getting there. Yeah.
Yep. Oh man. Speaking of Rio, cutting through the backstage of the night, like cutting through the
Oh,
night
yeah.
with her
Loved
dagger,
it.
and it turns into that like very clear, like just muslin or whatever that of a backstage,
Yep.
and then like it closes
like-
back up. Ooh.
she legitimately cut that. Like that was set decoration that was made for her to cut.
Yeah.
Rice paper,
That was-
baby.
Somebody painted that Like, by hand.
That was really
I also
cool.
love that we got the when she calls you a coward duck. We got to
Yeah.
understand what that meant, and she remembered, and she was like, "Ah."
Yeah.
Aha!
Like, yeah, I don't know. It was interesting because it was still like the middle of the fight. Like, I think I expected it to be a bigger turning point moment or something.
No, Matt, she threw everything at her and the kitchen sink.
Yeah, the kitchen sink. Exactly. I thought they were gonna make that joke, but then they didn't. They saved it for you, Jeff.
Yeah, they were leaving it for me. They knew I would.
They did make the joke that was just like, you get it or you don't.
Yeah, exactly.
I did like how Agatha's like, I think Rio is toying with them because any second she wanted to kill them, she could have. And Agatha
Oh, yeah,
pretty much
absolutely.
Was like, this is not going to work.
Well, and that's
Well,
the thing.
okay.
I think Rio's looking for forgiveness from Agatha, right? Like,
Yeah.
she really does want to have this relationship that they had apparently prior to 1750. They had some sort of,
Right.
romantic relationship. And yeah, so how far back does Agatha go? We still don't really know.
Well, the Salem stuff was 1600s, right?
1690, I think. So this was like 100 years later, or like 60 years
Yeah.
later. So yeah. Anyway,
Well-
so does Rio just seemed to really want the forgiveness. Like she's really trying.
Yeah.
She wants it and doesn't think she deserves the hatred she's getting because she like gave her a gift. She gave her special treatment, as she says. And
Yeah,
she's-
she's like, it's literally my job.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
this is my job to take people to the other side once they've died. Like I maintain the balance. Like that's it. I'm doing my job. You mad at me for doing my job? I'm sorry you don't like my job, but it's
Yeah.
my job.
yeah, and I'm just a force of nature. It has to be done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
Although when you like you say she could have killed either of them at any time, if she killed Billy, at least according to Agatha,
Oh, yeah.
he would have jumped. He would have
Just jumped.
reincarnated to somewhere else.
So he
Yeah.
had to,
And
he had
then-
to do it willingly.
Yeah, he had to come willingly. And then in the first episode, Agatha told Rio, "You can't kill me. It's not allowed."
Mm.
So I don't know.
It seemed like it
It
was
seemed
allowed at
kinda
that
like-
point. It seemed like it
Well,
wasn't allowed
Maybe
at some
death
points.
can't kill you. You have to go. You have to either just die or
Yeah,
go. Maybe
Hmm.
death can't
like
actually
death.
kill people.
Death can't come and get you on her own, and maybe it's like that. Like she could set up a situation to cause you to die, but
Mhm.
couldn't
Unless
like
you kiss
just
her?
kill you.
Unless you,
Well,
yeah, I
unless
don't know.
unless
She
you
does kiss
touch
of
her.
death? I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how
The rules are a little weird, but that
Some
was Agatha's
questions,
choice.
Marvel. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
there have
was
not been
Agatha's
rules.
choice.
Even Billy to suddenly be like, "No, take me instead." I was like, "Girl, why? What do you
Yeah.
mean? Why would you do that for her?" Like,
Yeah,
at no point has Agatha made it seem, she's been
Yeah.
caring for him, but not in a way that I would sacrifice myself for her. No.
well, she was fully expecting the like he was fully expecting the like Hawkeye Black Widow moment,
yeah.
Yeah.
of like no,
No, take
I'm
me.
gonna
No,
die.
you
No,
go
I'm gonna
ahead.
die.
Yeah, she's
And then-
like, "No, did you see my new nails? I'm not going anywhere."
Yeah, right. I just got this outfit. I'm not going to
Yeah.
waste it.
Oh man, one big thing that's I think going to continue to weigh on Billy for the rest of his existence as a character, and I love it. I think they've done a great job establishing him. But the idea that he's like, did I, in the moment of bringing his brother back to life in that pool, he's like, am I killing this boy so my brother can live? And he's
But they
just,
didn't do it.
no, they did it.
No, when he said that, they pulled the boy out of the water. When he said that, it stopped it. I swear to God, I saw them pull that kid out of the
Oh,
water.
I thought
and
that
don't think he
meant that
actually
was
died.
Tommy coming out of the water, like
Oh,
just
I
like
don't
he
know.
died in
so
the
they
car.
killed him and he pulled him up. Okay.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
killed
I
him.
thought
back-
that kind of stopped it a little bit.
It was
I don't think
baptism
so.
by Wiccan.
I think
Yeah.
he
He
died.
Emerged from the water a different person.
Right. I think he died under that water, and just like Wiccan went into the body of Billy or William,
Mhm.
I think that he went into the body of that boy.
Yeah, I was
Mm.
like, that was confusing. It was too fast.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, they went to find him, so I'm assuming he exists. But it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be tough to find him because, like, it'd be one thing if you could go out and be like, deaths by pool on this day, but he didn't die. So, like, how are they gonna find Speed? You know,
Yeah.
it's gonna be tough.
If Billy is if Billy is any indication of like the rules, they need to find someone because he knows somebody drowned or almost drowned, and it's likely a kid named Thomas.
Yeah. Or I'm sure like that day you just look like where did people drown on this day?
Well, let's think.
Yeah.
He didn't drown.
You have a few to go through.
He didn't
He
drown.
didn't
though.
like
So it wouldn't-
outwardly he
yeah,
didn't drown.
Almost drowned.
Right, people wouldn't think he had drowned. So I think they'll have to
Well,
find like
look
who-
for
a
records of
speedster.
bullying.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna find it. But like,
Yeah.
I think they'll probably have to find a speedster is what they'll have to look for, or they'll use some magic, like
Yeah,
some
she's a
locating
ghost
spell.
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, that's
Can
true.
you dig it?
Can you? I can dig it.
I loved her ghost costume too.
Mm-hmm.
And poor,
Oh,
well, he did kill. I mean, technically, he kind of killed. He killed Mrs. Hart or Mrs. Davies. She's like
100%.
who?
Sharon.
Yeah, the gardening lady.
The gardening
The
lady.
gardening lady. She's
What
like
a-
the gardening lady. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
She's like, you
murdered
saved
her.
one life. I was gonna kill them all in my basement day one.
Yeah.
Work.
Yeah. One of
Well,
my,
okay, so she said you did save one life, but like there were 3 dead. He brought back Tommy, he saved Jen. He's still down 1. Like he's still at a net negative
well,
1.
no, her
Yeah,
point was that if he hadn't shown up, her plan
would've
was to
killed
kill
all
all of them.
Oh, yeah.
So,
So,
like-
like
So
Yeah.
he technically saved one. He killed,
he
2.
saved one of the ones that she was going to kill.
and then Agatha killed Alice, and Lilia,
Sacrificed
self-sacrificed.
herself.
So that's not on him. He killed 2, and one he doesn't even know. No big deal, right?
Mm.
Yeah, totally. It should be
It's
fine.
like
that
that movie,
one
The
called him a
Box.
hooligan. Rude.
That
Was
is
so
rude.
rude. That movie, I think it's. I can't remember exactly who's in it. It might be Jason Bateman, but some guy shows up at the house. He brings a box. He's like, if you hit this box, this button in this box, a random person in the world will die,
Oh
but
yeah.
you'll get like $1 million or something,
Yeah, I
or like
remember
a lot
that.
of money. What would you do? And I mean, it's.
You'll never
I'd be
know
like-
them. No one
He
will ever
wouldn't
be
even
able to trace
finish
it
the
to you.
sentence, and I'd be like, oh.
Oops, I pressed
I
it 5
didn't even do
times.
it. Yeah, sorry.
Mm.
I'm so.
Was
poor.
there a limit on this?
Yeah.
Was I only supposed to hit it once?
You guys are bad at ethics.
I'm so.
Um,
bad.
Complicated ethical scenario. Here you are, and Jeff's just like
okay.
Jeff
I'm
and
over
Ash
here.
like bing, 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 bing.
money, 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 money.
Analog magic. That's what I'm doing. Analog magic.
Like,
yeah.
oh
Like when
god,
he was
they
setting the things up that were cracking up.
they present me this like crazy ethical quandary, and I'm just like, have you seen Jerry Maguire?
Oh.
Show me the money. Show me the money.
Beep, 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 beep.
Oh man.
Oh, when Agatha learned her, she was Patrick Swayze ghost rules. So it's like the more angry you get, then you can finally
Yeah.
touch stuff.
Totally. You gotta have all that. I thought that same thing. That exactly the same. I really wondered if that was
Move
intentional.
the penny.
Where's Demi Moore?
Oh man,
I
one of
love
my
the music
favorite
of that movie.
Easter eggs of this thing was the Once More with Feeling poster, the Buffy poster in the background. Did you guys catch that? I don't know if y'all know that poster, but oh man,
Oh,
I
yeah.
love it. Another geek musical, which I
Yep.
don't know. I don't know if I call this a musical. Like I like it a lot.
I don't. It's
I don't
not
think it's a musical. It's not a musical. Yep, it's
I
a
don't consider it a musical.
musicals have to have like music that is not, in my opinion, music that is not like real to the world of the thing, right? Like they were singing the songs each time and like playing
Yeah,
instruments in the
same
one.
song.
Yeah, and it's the same song, different versions, but the same song every time. And the writing of it,
And
in
it
the
wasn't
final
even every
is beautiful.
episode.
No, yeah, it's
Right.
not a musical. It's got cool music. My niece hasn't even been able to watch this yet, but she's been like listening to the song in the car, loving it.
That's funny.
Yep.
Did anyone
It's-
notice when she died, her necklace changed? When she put the necklace on, her maid and mother crone were gone when she was a ghost. And
Yeah,
was
it
just
went to
purple.
it went to the purple like light up that she has in some of
Yeah.
the comics iterations.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
And now she has the gray hair, so she looks more like the comics
looks more like the
accurate
comics.
character,
Yeah.
like the gran-
Yeah.
Granny Agatha. I was like, okay, but leave
cool.
it down. I like that.
Yeah, leave it down, Silver Fox. Loving it.
It was funny. I was like, her wig looks really crazy when they were in like the morgue or whatever that was, and the fact that Jen grabbed it and used it to like bind her. I was like, okay, I was focusing on her hair a lot in that scene, and then they used it to do the unbinding spell. And I was like, okay, I see you. I see
cool.
what
I
you're
see
doing here.
you.
You wanted me to pay attention to that hair because I was like, why is that 4 different colors? I can see every different weave. Oh, because the wigs have been clutched the entire time. And I was like, oh, because you're gonna rip some out. Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
Love it.
I digress.
fun.
Love
It's fine. I
That's
digress. It's
Hey,
fine.
let's read a few feedbacks real quickly and see what we can get, like, what we can get through. I know it's late
Oh, yeah,
and
we
Ashley
probably got a
has
lot.
to go.
Let's
We have
I
a
feel
ton.
like I just got a weird wind. Even the last couple times we have done this, I have not been this awake. I don't know what happened.
I think it's that it was the finale. Got you all excited.
It's true.
Well, Oof my
Jazzed
dude.
up.
Oof my dude says, "I cried at Sometimes Boys Die." Me too, Oof my dude. Me too.
Same.
Yeah, that was
Me
tough.
rough.
too.
David,
Don't lie, Ashley.
Oh, pardon.
Pardon, moi. Yeah, no, like when she said that, I was like, "Oh shit!" Yeah, no, she's just been letting everybody believe that she
Yep.
traded Nick. Like he just died.
Yep. Which
Yeah.
is what we were speculating along the way, but yeah, it was. Yep.
I kind of wanted her to do it, but so like, how did she get the Darkhold? Lots of questions.
Yeah, we still don't know, and we still have lots of room with her as a ghost for flashbacks, more of her story. You know.
Yeah. She gets to explain herself away because she can't do anything else.
Yep. Okay, David Cordero says the poster for the Buffy episode Once More with Feeling next to the Rocky Horror Picture Show poster in Billy's room is such a perfect, subtle nod to the musical element of the series. Agreed. Except
I was noticing the
Once More with Feeling's better
Poltergeist
musical.
2 poster.
okay.
Oh yeah.
Like the Poltergeist 2 poster on the back of his door, right about in the space where Agatha appeared
Oh, fun.
as a ghost.
That's fun.
It was kind of perfect.
That's great.
I was like, that room really looked like my room when I was
Yeah.
to be honest.
Yeah. That is definitely
I
a
was
horror
like,
kid's
damn.
room.
Horror musical kid.
Oh, yeah.
Hi.
Love it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was like, there's an Evanescence poster there. Like I don't think this kid is old enough to know who Evanescence is, but
That's true. Mine would have been like Portishead, but we're still on the same page.
I feel like that
Yeah.
was like maybe that was Jack Schaefer's room or whatever. Like the writer.
Oh,
And
they
like,
just
you know-
went to Jack Schaefer's childhood room.
Right.
That's so
Like
funny.
the posters are all kind of like 20 years old, you know, like a teenager from
Yep.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay, TV and Movie Guy says, where did the rumor of the Witch's Road start since it's not real, and how does Agatha get the Darkhold? We don't know about the Darkhold, but I think the idea of the...
She finds it in the library.
Yeah, she's like stupid witches. That's how, because I made them all think that there was a road.
Yeah, she literally went from town to town singing the ballad, and the ballad became a thing, and then they started looking for covens to use their magic, which is so dark and so beautiful the way they used it to turn it around with Billy and everything. I love that so much.
And do we know why she has to take? Did we already say that? Do we know why she has to take witches' powers?
To get power herself.
Yeah,
I mean, it just seems like she was like always killing a lot of witches.
yeah, she does kill a lot of witches. I think I was assuming, and I was assuming we'd find out by now, but I was assuming it had something to do with the way she dealt with death, like the way she staved off death. But it seems like all the witches do that, and they don't all kill people. So I don't know why she's killing all these people.
Yeah. Can't we just live with them and like survive also?
Well, and that's actually a good point. Like maybe the other witches that have covens share their power in a way that allows them to survive, and these loner witches like Agatha have to do darker things to survive because
They have to
don't
have the power of a coven.
Yeah.
coven. Yeah.
Well, it seemed like the first time she did it, it was kind of like an accident in WandaVision. Like she
Yeah.
didn't exactly know what she was doing, and then she was like, "Oh, and now I'm super powerful." That makes me think that she was young then. Like that was the first time.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, she
was-
oopsed her way into it.
Yeah, because she was doing magic and stuff, and then was like, "Oh."
It very well,
Look what happened.
Toya
Oh
Johnson.
no.
Toya Johnson says Agatha had nerve to call tarot a con.
Oh,
Yeah. Agatha was the
that's
con.
true.
Yeah. Yep. Well, she would know a con when
Rude.
she sees it, you know?
Oh yeah,
See,
yeah,
or
yeah,
she would
yeah.
assume everything's a con, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then, like, why was Lilia doing it?
Right. Yeah. It kind of was a con for. Well, Lilia did know how to use the cards, though, in the end.
Yeah.
But she said that's not her. That wasn't her power set. Her power set was like that, like time walking or whatever.
Well, reading the future.
Divining.
Divination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
she channels time.
Mm-hmm. Andrew McCree says they told us from the beginning it was Agatha all along. Was it
Oh, yeah.
though? I think it was Billy all along.
Well, no, it was Agatha making the Ballad of the Road and
Yeah,
like
that's true.
perpetuating that myth.
The road was Agatha's con.
The road
all
was
along.
Agatha's doing.
God,
Like
such a
Billy
good
made
ending.
Billy actually made the road, but Agatha made the song that made him make the road.
Right.
So like
Well, really,
Agatha.
if you really want to be
Down
specific
the
about it,
winding road.
if you really want to be specific about it, Agatha made the boy that made the song that made the other boy make the road.
Oh my god,
Yep.
that's like that Scottish song that you just made me have
Yeah.
flashbacks. Please don't start in the bog and the
Yep.
hole and the frog and the fucking.
I
No,
love
please.
it. I love it. There's a
I'll
hole.
start to twitch. Do you know I had
There's
to
a
sing that
hole.
so many times?
There's a hole in the bottom of the room. Okay.
Yeah.
Dylan James says Alice's send off literally sounded like it was written by Matt's grievances.
Yep.
Almost word for word. This is all the time I get. I just got rid of this curse. Yeah, it was. Thank you. I agree, Dylan, and I'm glad we got it. Like that's all I needed. I needed someone to say it out loud. And they saved it for the ending, which I think is kind of perfect. So I appreciated it.
I just needed Alice to be like, this is bullshit. Okay?
Mhm.
Like
She
just
definitely did.
laying it out there.
Yeah, just
Well,
saying.
it was a good clue about her, her being like, "Oh, your mother died on the road," and it was kind of not a throwaway line, but you didn't really pay attention to her being like, "Oh no, my mom died in a fire," and you didn't really
Yeah.
for the clues that the road wasn't really a real thing. Is none of these witches, nobody's actually walked the road or knows somebody
Yeah.
who has.
Well, they said that like only Agatha has ever survived the road, and
survived, but
so yeah. Well, and it turned out that her mother didn't die on the road; she died in a fire.
She
Right.
did die on the road.
That's
Oh,
It was a hotel fire
yeah.
while she was touring on the road.
wait,
What?
Like
no.
on the road again.
Oh, she died
Style.
on the
Oh,
road.
like on the
On the
like,
road.
touring
Okay,
on the road.
okay.
But yeah,
Yeah.
her
Not
being
on the
like,
witch's
no, my
road.
mother
Not
didn't
on the
actually
witch's
die on
road.
the road. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she was touring and it was a hotel fire. Like that's Alice like legit said my mom did die on the road. Hotel fire while she was touring. Like
Gotcha.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay. Not
And-
Pratt.
yeah.
Says it was Wiccan all along, which yes, it was.
Nope. It was Agatha. We just went over this. Ashley doesn't want the Scottish song.
Oh, please don't do it again.
There's a whole. Shahara Kelly says so. Agatha couldn't kill Rio, because you can't kill death, and Rio could hurt Agatha, but she couldn't kill her because of the deal to give her bodies. I guess so.
I don't know that there was a
I
deal.
don't know that there was a deal.
I think it's just the rules. Like death can't come kill you herself. She can cut you a bunch and then you can bleed out if you don't do anything about it.
Yeah. And we still even in comics and stuff, there is no answer to who Nicholas Scratch's father is, correct?
I think he's supposed to be the son of Satan and her,
Oh.
or he's the.
Is it confirmed anywhere?
Probably not.
Yeah, I did an extensive deep dive, but I couldn't find anything.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I don't know all of it,
Yeah. Not Pratt says again, in the comics, Jennifer Kale is the protector of the nexus of all realities.
Hell yeah.
Which is
Ooh.
Swamp Thing, apparently. So Jennifer Kale is the protector of Swamp Thing, who is the protector of the nexus of all
His name's-
realities. Interesting.
His name is Ted.
Well, that's not Swamp Thing. That's a Man Thing.
Swamp Thing is DC.
DC. Oh, maybe he means
Man
Swamp Thing is DC.
Thing is
I was
the,
sitting here thinking Swamp Thing was Marvel for a second.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, Man
just
Thing
hasn't
is the
been-
one that's in the Everglades near the nexus of all realities. That's the protector.
Okay, so then he says,
Because that's where that is.
is
Yeah.
maybe we get something with her Man Thing and Werewolf by Night.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
That'd be real fun. That'd be real fun.
And that's what I was saying. Like, fingers crossed that we get her back because she has such ties to Man Thing.
Yeah.
Like it. I like it.
Dylan asked about who the baby daddy is, which we just talked about a little bit. We don't know. We don't know.
The devil. Mephisto.
Well, if it was
could be.
the son of the devil, they're not dying from leukemia. Let me just put it that way. Like, you know,
Yeah, right?
they're
Oh,
powerful.
no.
Devil Child is stout.
Yeah.
Guinness Lumberjack says, if we see you flying, you dying. What?
Oh, nice. For the no-fly zone over Westview.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like they got to put it on the sign. We going.
Yeah. We see you flying, you dying. We're shooting you down. No witches here.
That's
Bird
good.
shot, buckshot, buckshot. The
Shahira-
first one's a warning, and then it's buckshot, buckshot, buckshot.
Oh man, Shahira says, wait, that's why Agatha said she didn't like her, but she was doing something important. If Agatha had Jen when Nikki was born, death wouldn't have taken him.
I don't know. That seemed pretty like.
Yeah, he seemed like
Oh.
something was wrong.
I don't know if he
before.
was gonna be. Oh, because she was a midwife.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
She might have been able to.
Yeah, like maybe, but still, he
Whatever
got
they do.
taken for like maybe if she was around, she would have been able to like fix the breach or whatever was going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but then he died of whatever tuberculosis. So I don't know if she wouldn't have stopped that still. What?
Sorry.
Some tongue, some salad.
Sorry.
tongues.
Yeah, she could reach in and do the Snowpiercer thing.
Oh, the five finger hand exploding heart trick and pull him out.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
Sort of. No, if
I never
you,
saw
oh god,
Yeah,
Snowpiercer-
Snowpiercer, or not well enough.
Snowpiercer. At the end of it, there was a thing of like why he needs children, why the train engineer needs children to like become the new engine.
That's the
of the
Chris
train.
Evans movie.
Yeah, and he did
Mhm.
this like hand motion where like because kids' hands are small enough to like do
to
this.
fit into the Pringles. Okay, I got it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah,
Kids
yeah.
around.
Oh,
You need kids around to get the Pringles out
You
without
get the Pringles
dumping
out
them
of
on
the
your
bottom of
face.
it. You
Hmm.
get me.
Yep.
Dylan says another Wizard of Oz reference. Agatha says there's no place like home when they arrived in the morgue. Interesting.
Ooh.
It's also interesting because she's dead at the end. So like her new home is
Well,
dead.
when he said, "Where are we?" she was like, "My basement." It would seem,
Yeah.
and I was like, "This doesn't look like your basement, Agatha."
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that
think,
room was weird.
I think they just meant she was directly under the house because they went full circle. So
Sure,
the
sure.
new road, the new shape the road was taking was this morgue, but they were directly under her house.
How do we think the wishy got in there in her necklace?
I don't know.
The what?
The
Oh, the dandelion.
The dandelion.
Seed, yeah.
seed.
Because I was looking when she put his hair in, because earlier they blew the thing and there was like some in their hair, but that was like a much earlier scene. And then I was looking when she put the hair in, there was nothing in there.
Well, it's possible that she's opened it many times since then.
She
so
seemed
it's possible.
shocked.
Yeah,
She was
no, I agree. She's first of all, she's opened it many times since then, or it's possible that that's just what the trial was to find it. You know what I mean? Like it's somewhere in your personal effects. There's something to grow, and they didn't spend any time on that, and then she just suddenly found it in the last second.
Well, yeah, she said we have our personal effects, and it was in that bag
Yeah,
that they got. So like maybe somebody put it in there in like a Saw kind of way, because there was a Saw
Right.
poster, right? And like you remember at the end of the first Saw movies, the key is in the tub. Like
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
it's been right there that
You
whole
want
time.
45 seconds.
well, and that's literally what's going on. Yeah, I definitely think that's very Saw-like. But the other thing is, what had to happen was he had to do the thing to save his brother first, because that had to open the crack in the floor that allowed her to have
Right.
have soil.
Right.
So yeah,
Right.
it's cool. Andrew McCree says, how did Lilia know to give that warning? Was everyone hiding in the bushes?
She channels time.
Yeah,
She
it's
already saw
unclear.
it.
It's
Yeah,
unclear.
like
'cause-
the way that they showed her living kind of suggests to me that like she simply predicts things because she's already seen it, because she lived part of her life out of sequence in that way.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mhm.
And if she's dead by that point, then like, how does she know if
Yeah.
like you can't follow those rules and know that at the same time?
Yeah, the only way we can justify it is if she had other powers of knowledge of time or divination that we didn't see. But they
Yeah.
actually said she didn't have those kind of though earlier in the, because she said all the stuff she does with the little like the tarot reading and stuff was a con. Like she's like, I just do this for money. Like my actual powers are this other thing. Like I'm not actually a divination witch. But then she still knows tarot well enough to like do it, I guess. So she's nimble
Yeah.
at her craft.
Yeah.
We got a couple more. Let's read. Toya Johnson says, I think Agatha is mad because she didn't get to say goodbye to her son. I think that's more painful than him just dying. Never saying
Ooh.
goodbye. Mm.
Yeah. At least there was a body for her to bury. I thought that she was going to wake up and nothing was going to be there, and that might have been worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the constant searching, or and then finding Rio and be like, "Oh yeah, I took him."
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah.
That is
Disney,
rough.
not Disney, too scared to show a dead kid body. I was like, "You gonna show it?" Not that I want to see it, but I was like interested in how they blocked that shot. It was
Yeah.
just his hair.
You just see his hair.
It was just his hair.
Because I
That's
turned
so
to Ken, I
sad.
go, "Are they gonna do this? Are they gonna show us?"
Are we showing a
it's
dead kid
Disney.
body
They're
here?
not doing it. Yeah, I was like, "Okay."
They'll show an
Disney, let's
ass,
keep
but are they
pushing
going
the
to show a kid
boundaries.
body? You
Fabulous.
show a booty, but can you show a body?
I love that they gave her an award for that.
Death. Rio comes in. I've been saying booties all this time. I need my booties.
And he booed. You misinterpreted what I said.
This has been a very confused 200 years.
I am not a big fan of CGI makeup. I think that it's kind of cheaping out, but I thought that the death stuff, like really getting to see it this one for a while, it was
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
She was just
Well,
so
like,
good.
They perfectly overlaid it onto her face to where like
Hmm.
it, Aubrey Plaza's nose just kind of turned into skull, like cranium open
It
abscess.
didn't
Like,
look like what's his face? His looked a little goofy. Red Skull. It looked so good.
oh yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't look like Red Skull. It looked like an actual skull.
Yeah. Oh, it was great.
Jay Scoots has a question. Our buddy Jay Scotty says, what possible explanation could Billy have given the Kaplans regarding his whereabouts for the 24 hours?
Oh
He was
yeah.
at Coachella.
Yeah, I
You
think,
see how dirty he was?
yeah, he's a teenager. So, like, this could just be like, oh, he stayed out. Like, he's grounded. Like, the only repercussions of this is he's grounded.
he looks like he's been grounded.
Yeah, literally.
Dirty.
Zing.
On the ground.
Yeah.
Waterfall Angel says, Young Avengers will be fun if Wiccan's gonna show up with a centuries-old ghost witch in tow.
Oh yeah, she's gonna
Yeah.
have to babysit everybody.
Yeah.
God,
we've-
yes. Oh
we've-
my God. Give
yeah.
me babysitter Agatha Ghost.
Well, that's the thing. The nanny, Agatha, is what we've joked about, and like she's everybody's nanny. What if she's kind of like the house ghost for the Young Avengers?
Oh, Agatha.
I know.
It could be
It's
great.
kind of like Colossus's sister. What's her name? It's not Nightmare. What is it?
Ileana, Magic.
Magic. How she has that little dragon that just kind of pops up and goes whenever her little like thing.
Mm.
The little
Do
like
you mean
creature.
Do you mean Lockheed?
The
who
dog.
Oh,
is-
the dragon.
The dragon.
Lockheed, the pseudo dragon that is Kitty Pryde's.
Maybe. I thought she had
Buddy?
one too. Somebody has a little dragon that pops up. That's like Agatha for him.
Yeah, magic has
Yeah.
the sword and goes to another dimension.
Okay. Oh, she has
Limbo.
the sword thing.
Yeah.
The
So
soul
it is Kitty
sword.
Pryde. Because that doesn't make sense with Kitty's powers, but whatever. I won't question.
that
Yeah.
Marvel.
She just has a friend.
Michael
Yeah.
Melvin says next series a take on Wet Hot American Summer with Billy and Ghost Agatha searching summer camp pools for Tommy.
Yeah, and then it turns into sleepaway camp, and I'm so down.
Did anybody almost drown here? Anybody almost
Yeah.
drown?
They're bullying. They're not going to tell.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
nothing.
No, nothing.
But then
That's,
nothing
maybe
happened
Agatha
here.
will be able to tell that they're lying.
that's how
Good
we
to have a
get
ghost.
Jasons. This is how we get Jasons.
Do you want Jason? Because that's how you get Jason.
Sorry, I'm trying to
You're
make
not
this an
listening to
Archer
Mother.
reference, but I don't know if it's working.
Yeah. Yep.
Thanks, Jeff, for getting.
I
that.
like it. I like it.
Okay, well, so speaking of the next series, Vision has been announced, and it's been said, and I don't know how official this is, but it has been said that the untitled Vision series that used to be called Vision Quest, is going to be the third in the the trilogy,
WandaVision trilogy.
of the WandaVision trilogy.
Oh, good.
So if that's true, will it just be more Vision centric, or will it be the story of Billy and Tommy and Vision coming together as a family, maybe even discovering Wanda again? And will Agatha be there? Like, is that where the story will pick up? Because this story's got to pick up somewhere.
Yeah. Well, interesting note in the Young Avengers comic, like when they first showed up, Iron Lad had found like the body of Vision and like tinkered with him a little bit and like kind of rebooted him and like got information out of him. So like, what if the parts of Vision are like scattered again somewhere, or like, what if there's some amount of Vision that can just kind of be retinkered and booted back up to like have him give information on how to bring everybody together?
Yeah.
Although we have seen Kamala Khan already starting to gather a team together.
Yeah. But I think we will get a Vision. I think Vision will be involved somehow with the of Young Avengers, just because his two sons are there, if nothing else. But also, like, his whole original programming was to protect the world, and if the Avengers are needed, like, him building a team of Young Avengers seems perfect.
But does this version of Vision know that those are his sons?
Exactly, or have the bandwidth to have that emotional connection?
Right? No, not yet.
Yeah.
I don't think so. But I really wonder. I said this way back when I really expected him to show up in Wakanda Forever back in the day. Like, that was my big call for where he'd be next, because Shuri downloaded his whole brain so that they could build a version of him without the Mind Stone. But then that never happened. So will he go to search for his missing data?
That's not the white man that showed up in Black Panther.
Yeah, he's not the White Wolf.
Bilbo Baggins.
Yeah, it was Bilbo.
It was a long journey.
Yeah, indeed. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out tonight in the live. It really was so great to see so many people chatting and stuff. We're gonna be back with Agatha feedback on Monday or Tuesday. We got a new trailer today. We haven't got to talk about. Have you guys seen it?
No.
Yes, I watched it before. Is it the thing you're talking about before the episode?
Oh yeah, it showed before the episode tonight.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a new.
Oh, I skipped all of that.
Oh, there's a new combined trailer that shows.
I saw Daredevil and was like.
Yep, it's Daredevil Born Again trailer mixed with the Spider-Man Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man trailer mixed with the Eyes of Wakanda and like all that stuff. It's one big coming into the MCU trailer package
for like
it's pretty exciting.
TV studio stuff, which is fun.
Yeah, I was late getting home, like 20-ish minutes late.
We appreciate
so I was like, I don't have time for this thing.
We do appreciate you skipping it because we were waiting on you. So I'm
little elephant in the room before we go.
Sorry.
No Mephisto.
Yeah, sorry guys.
No, he's still there.
I'm still
there.
there.
Not the reveal that I wanted. If we're really getting him in Ironheart, I'm not saying I'm disappointed, but it just doesn't seem like the property I wanted him to pop up in. But
I think this might clinch the fantasy league for me.
Nah, probably not.
Every time you guys are like fantasy league, I'm like, who? Oh, the gardener lady. No. What are you talking about? Oh, yeah, that thing.
That's good. Yeah, that was your big, your Hail Hydra was literally going to be your big Hail Mary, because you're like exactly like 12 points behind me right now, I think, or something like that. And that would have gotten you 10. We would have been like neck and neck. And there's still a possibility. I don't know what's going to happen with Spider-Man, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. But,
oh, yeah.
Well, guys, that's it. That's it for our Agatha instant reactions. And I guess we'll be back very soon. Anybody want to tell the people about something they got going on this week or whatever?
You over at Bill and Ashley's Terror Theater, we just dropped our Halloween recommendations, which is tomorrow, everybody. So happy Halloween. You can we went real goofy on these ones. We did Ernest Scared Stupid, which was my pick, and Idle Hands. So
that's so
head
funny.
back to the 90s with us.
That's so funny.
That movie scared me to death when I was a kid.
Really? Oh, I loved it when I was a kid.
And I've watched so many scary horror movies at that point. It was just you'll
funny.
find out why.
Wait,
check into the episode
Ernest,
to see what scared me.
Ernest
Scared Stupid. No, not Ernest. The Troll and all the stuff that the Troll did.
Interesting.
Did you ever see the horror one?
Yeah, no, I saw
Nope.
Ernest Gets
Yeah.
Stupid a bunch. Like
No,
I watched it a
didn't.
bunch
There
of
were
times.
some scenes in that as like when I was those kids' age really got me.
Interesting. I'll listen. I'll
Yeah.
listen to the show
I
and
knew
see.
how evil he was.
It's
I
funny.
knew. Yeah.
That's good. That's maybe you were so steeped in horror that you were like building what was actually going on was like building in the back of your mind.
Yeah, I
'Cause-
was like me when I watched Willy Wonka. I'm like, he's killing all these kids. Why does everybody think this movie's funny? You know, when I was a kid and I didn't care, you know, and I
Yeah.
cared about that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
when you
Yeah,
actually
you cared about
children.
kids.
Yeah. All right.
You grew out of that, though.
I grew out of that real fast.
Well, if you'd like to check out more from Stranded Panda, we got all kinds of stuff at strandedpanda.com. Lots more podcasts, but the ones that I'm on Multiverse News every week. And right now we're also doing Always Watching. We're doing The Penguin. So Multiverse News, you get all your news about all the different fictional universes that we talk about on this network. And over on Always Watching is like our other TV stuff. So we're going to be covering the rest of The Penguin over the next few weeks. So check out all that stuff, and we'll be back soon with more Agatha and whatever else. I guess we'll do a trailer coverage thing on this week. We need to.
Sure.
I think
All
we
right.
kind of have to, yeah.
Yeah. I almost called y'all like last night because I was like, it's or tried to figure out if we could do something last night, but it was just we just did like an extra episode already this week, and I was like, I don't know if I can do another one. I'm so busy, but I really want to get on that trailer. It's good stuff. All right, peace.
Until next time, true believers.
Happy Halloween.
Woo! It's Halloween.
It's
time.
just a bunch of hocus pocus.
Focus.
I stopping recording, saving it, hitting stop on
Export.
Zencastr. All right. Woof. Man, oh man.
Taking this hat off. Good God. So hot.
Well, you guys rock. Thanks for coming out, YouTube.
Yeah, you too.
Oof. We'll do something soon on YouTube too. I want to keep doing YouTube stuff because it's been fun.
I think we might need to move Legends and Libations to YouTube because we haven't
Yeah.
been able to do it since the number bombed out.
Yeah,
and we can't,
they've not been
stream
very
anymore.
cool about it. Now I'm trying. We're on like the 4th. They check over a couple days of trying to use Haley's number. So we're on day 3. So we'll see.
Jeez.
But that's real. Like if we could get that number turned back on for like a day, we
Yeah,
could get in. And
I think
change it.
somebody else must have it because Google won't let us get it back. So
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
Don't think we can get that same number
somebody
back.
must have gotten it, which is why we're stuck. Anyway, YouTube, I guess we're just talking shop. Much love to all of you. We'll talk to y'all soon. Bye, YouTube.
Bye.
Thank y'all.